In the harsh lands of Africa, where life is constantly challenged, every encounter can turn into a life-or-death confrontation in seconds. The honey badger stands out for its audacity and rare reckless instincts. Despite its small size, it readily approaches dangers that many other species avoid. What allows this solitary animal to always face peril and still maintain an advantage? The honey badger lives primarily in the savanna, dry forests and semi-deserts of Africa, harsh, hot, and deprived environments. Food is scarce, water sources are unreliable, and enemies lurk constantly. It digs deep burrows for shelter, roaming day and night hunting for prey. From insects and birds to venomous snakes, its environment leaves no room for weakness, only adaptation, tenacity, and survival at all costs. The honey badger's intelligence lies not in complexity, but in practical effectiveness. It knows how to dig and destroy beehives to obtain honey, avoid venom when hunting snakes, and remember food sources. It can even cooperate with guide birds to find beehives. This is a type of flexible intelligence, daring to try, taking risks, and always finding ways to solve problems in harsh conditions. Snakes are distributed almost worldwide, except for Antarctica and the coldest polar regions. In Africa, the number of species is very diverse, including many venomous species. In Southeast Asia and India, king cobras mainly live in humid tropical forests with thick foliage and high coverage. In these environments, they often hide under layers of dry leaves, waiting and observing movements around them, where approaches occur at very close range. Beneath the dry leaves, a subtle signal caused the honey badger to change direction and approach immediately. It kept its body low and moved in short. Quick steps. The distance rapidly closed before the snake could leave its position. When its presence became apparent, the snake immediately launched a series of bites in self-defense, pushing the situation into a direct confrontation. Upon direct confrontation, the honey badger's thick skin prevented it from stalling at close range. It controlled its head and maintained tight pressure. The snake tried to escape but couldn't hold its position. After a few seconds, it was subdued and became its meal. This result demonstrates how the ability to detect, control distance, and react at the right moment determined the entire outcome. Throughout the sub-Saharan African savanna, hyenas are abundant, particularly in the Serengeti, where they live in large packs and follow migrating antelope herds. They hunt year-round through coordination and observation. With their high intelligence, hyenas can split into groups, distract, and adjust their behavior. Therefore, any unusual signs are quickly detected, prompting a thorough investigation. The moment the unusual sign appeared, the honey badger moved to the water's edge and began searching for food. It kept its body low, moving slowly, then suddenly stopped to observe. The distance narrowed as the hyena pack closed in on the approaching pack. At that moment, the honey badger lunged forward, Taban disrupting their approach and forcing the entire pack to halt cautiously. After breaking their formation, the honey badger held its position and continued to advance within close range. The hyenas watched but did not close in. After a few minutes, they gradually retreated and left the area. Despite their numerical and organizational advantage, they chose to withdraw, yielding space to a formidable opponent. From humid forests to arid deserts, lizards are found almost everywhere in the world, except for the polar regions. In Africa and Madagascar, honey badgers live primarily in trees in densely covered forests. In arid areas, horned lizards and desert lizards are adapted to sandy substrates and high temperatures. This diversity allows them to appear in both the undergrowth and on the ground, where small tracks are easily detected and lead to direct approaches. Following the fresh tracks, the honey badger entered the dry forest at a slow pace, constantly sniffing and changing direction. Spotting a lizard on a tree trunk, it clung to the bark, climbed up, closed the distance, forcing the prey to dislodge and fall to the ground. As soon as the prey touched the ground, the honey badger swooped down and accelerated. The lizard ran and changed direction repeatedly, but couldn't maintain the distance. After only a few seconds, the honey badger controlled its prey, held its position, and the outcome was clear. In the open spaces of the Serengeti, lions hide in the tall grass, waiting for prey to come within 20 to 30 meters before pouncing. The terrain, interspersed with low bushes, makes it easy for them to ambush at close range. With the ability to adjust their tactics to each prey, lions patiently watch and wait for the opportune moment, where even the slightest movement can lead to a close-range approach. At very close range, the honey badger appeared among the low bushes, digging and observing. It kept its body low, moving slowly and pausing briefly. When the lion lowered its body and approached to investigate, the honey badger suddenly lunged forward, breaking the distance and forcing its opponent to adjust. After the approach, the honey badger did not retreat, but maintained its position and continued to advance within close range. The lion tried to approach again, but quickly stopped in the face of the continuous reaction. After a few minutes, it left the area, not continuing the confrontation and retreating, yielding the area ahead. Along the savannas and open woodlands of Africa, pythons often follow rivers, lakes, and swamps, hiding in bushes, burrows, or tree stumps. African rock pythons live in the savanna but still closely follow water sources to maintain an ambush advantage. Their concealed location combined with short distances allows them to silently track their target, ready for a surprise close approach. Taking advantage of the very faint signs around the water's edge, the honey badger moves around the perimeter, sniffing and changing direction constantly. It doesn't advance straight ahead but maintains distance, observing before closing in short bursts. When the python reaches out, the honey badger shifts to the side and reacts immediately, disrupting the approach and forcing its opponent to change position. Once the position changes, the honey badger maintains close proximity and pressure. The python tries to keep its distance but fails to gain an advantage. In a short time, the direction of movement reverses and the python withdraws from the area, ending the encounter. Around tropical and subtropical river and lake systems, crocodiles congregate in the Nile, Lake Victoria, and wetlands, where low grassy banks provide a place to bask in the sun. Many species can travel far downstream, but remain close to the water's edge to maintain an ambush advantage. This secluded location combined with short distances means that any approach usually happens very quickly, right at the shore. Following the edge of the grass, the honey badger observed the baby crocodile on the bank. It paused briefly, then moved slowly to maintain distance. When an opening appeared, the honey badger accelerated briefly, closing in unexpectedly, cutting off the crocodile's reaction and cornering it. Having been cut off, the honey badger continued its pursuit. The baby crocodile struggled violently to escape but couldn't create a safe distance. In a short time, its escape route was blocked and it was subdued, becoming the honey badger's meal. Throughout the savanna, woodlands, and semi-deserts of Africa, leopards have a wide and versatile range. In the Serengeti, they often hunt antelope, utilizing the bushy and rocky terrain to approach at close range. Their adaptability to diverse environments allows them to silently track their targets, ready for quick and precise approaches. On a rocky, thorny slope, the honey badger spotted its companion being subdued by a leopard. Without hesitation, it changed course, hurtling down the slope and closing in quickly. While the leopard was still focused, the honey badger accelerated, continuously applying pressure and forcing its opponent to switch to defense. Caught off guard, the leopard was forced to release its prey and retreat. The two observed each other for a few seconds, but the honey badger maintained its position ahead of its companion. After a brief moment of consideration, the leopard left the area. The advantage now belonged entirely to the honey badger. Each time a honey badger enters a confrontation, it reflects a survival strategy honed over time. It doesn't always seek conflict, but when forced to act, its reactions are swift and calculated. It is this tenacity, adaptability, and instinct to seize opportunities that makes this animal one of Africa's most formidable adversaries, regardless of size or strength.